Yo guys, welcome back to Rockpilesports. Here we cover many different events that are taking place around the world of competitive baseball, soccer, football, and more. Subscribe to be an OG and also please consider liking the video. It really helps out a ton. So today we'll be talking about NBA Game 5 starting tomorrow. And also tomorrow, Australia versus Peru World Cup Intercontinental Playoff match to decide who's going to be the second to last team to qualify for Qatar 2022. Alright, so let's start with the NBA. Going back to Golden State, you would normally think, in this instance, that the Warriors would have this in the bag. I think, especially after their last game, it was just a great fourth quarter from them. But you never know. Over the course of this series, I've thought that whoever's had home field advantage is gonna win the game, but clearly that has not played a part in this series. Either the teams get blown out at home or they win big at home. These teams are just so evenly matched, I don't think home field really matters. But Warriors and Celtics are the very few teams in the NBA who I think could take advantage of any little opportunity that they find. So if the Celtics get the first basket, they're going to take advantage of that more than any other team. If the Warriors get the first basket, it's probably going to be a three-pointer. They will take advantage of that more than almost any other team would. It's going to be interesting to see, and it's also a big factor in this matchup is going to be the unlocking of certain talents. I've mentioned this multiple times already, and not getting the start to game 2 that the Warriors had about a week ago, because in the beginning of that, the Celtics were up, I'm pretty sure it was 30-23, and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum had scored 26 of those 30 points, and the Warriors just could not stop them, but they were able to turn it around just by playing the three-point line and just getting all the rebounds and forcing the Celtics to throw up tough shots. It's going to be a battle. I think this might be the lowest scoring game in the whole series. Teams are going to be playing it safe on defense, and I think that's going to lead to a lot of stops. And the Celtics, when they went up 2-1 in the series, in Game 3, they had so many offensive rebounds, the Warriors just could not get the ball, and they could not find, and them not being able to get the ball means that they could not get the ball to Curry, which affected them greatly, and that was probably the reason why they lost. But the next game, it was the exact opposite. Curry had almost 40 points. So, I mean, it really is, there's a lot of variability with this match, but I really think that whoever gets a good start, whoever can cover the three-point line, because that's clearly what the meta for winning NBA Finals are now. Or winning this NBA Final at least. Last year, I think it was a lot of physicality in the paint, but that was only because of Giannis. Devin Booker and Chris Paul for the Suns, Chris Middleton, Jrue Holiday, they were lighting it up from behind the three-point line, but the two-point line garnered all of the attention just because of Giannis. And I feel like this series is basically the exact opposite. Whichever team has been able to hit more three-pointers is normally the team that has come out on top. So but it probably will be a lower score game here. Because both teams are going to be playing defense close to the three-point line. They're going to really be sprucing up to defend, and I think I'd be surprised if even just one of these teams broke 100 points. Or you never know. It could be a really high-scoring game just because people on the team just throw everything out the window, and I would not be surprised. Because if I was a coach for either of these teams, I would not hesitate at the opportunity to go full send, not worry at all about defense, and just go straight for like 150 points, because that could be actually a good way to win against against these teams who can just light up the scoreboard on the fly. But overall, I think I'm going to have to go with the Celtics for this game. I think they're going to win this game. If I'm wrong, then that means I'm 0 for 2, because last time I said a guarantee on the Celtics winning game 4 and I was wrong, but this time I think they're going to pick right back up and win. If I'm wrong, I don't know what I'll do. But anyways, let's move on to the World Cup qualifiers, the WCQ, for the Socceroos against Peru tomorrow at 12 Mountain Time, I believe. And there's also going to be a video about Costa Rica and New Zealand 2 days after that, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, I think Australia is going to win 2-0. They barely beat the United Arab Emirates, but I think a lot of mistakes were made against the United Arab Emirates that could be easily fixed, and they just seem to be, they're up. They have so much confidence right now. I think their strikers are going to get involved. That second goal that they got against the UAE in the 83rd minute, that was just perfect. They got way too close for comfort for the UAE. It was just an easy tap-in, and now they're against South American competition, and I think if they can do half of what they did on the attacking side of the game, they're going to at least score probably 1 or 2 goals, and it probably will be enough for Australia to go over Peru. And yeah, I just think they're really motivated because they're riding off a World Cup streak. They've made it in 2018, 2014, 2010, and 2006. They don't want that streak to end now. All the players are going to be super motivated, but Peru is also going to be motivated as well. Underdog South American team that has a chance to go right into the World Cup on fire and ready to possibly get out of the group stage. I see both of these teams at some point getting out of the group. Australia is going to be in the same group as France and Denmark, I believe, and I think also Serbia. So Australia, you never know, could pull off a Cinderella run. So can Peru. It's going to be interesting to see. Also Peru would be thrown into the same group as France, Denmark, and Serbia. You never know, Cinderella runs could happen. And in this match, I believe that it's going to happen for Australia. With that said, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe and like the video. And check out the rest of the channel, and I will see you guys tomorrow when these games take place.